everyone, Gilbert here. Welcome to Red Dragon Model Works. I got a little something I'd like to show you guys. It's a little review on something, and getting a few things together here. Sorry, I thought I was done, but a couple of weeks ago in one of our hangouts, actually it was a little longer than that, but I was asked what my thoughts were, or what did I use as far as sprue cutters were concerned. And, excuse me, at the time that I was asked, I said to the person that asked me, I said I wasn't the right person to discuss this because I hadn't been, I don't know enough about them yet. I know what I use, and I don't want to be one of those people that tell you got to use this because I say to use it. But after giving it a little bit of thought, I figured, let me show what I use. And maybe I can in the 2 years that I've been modeling, maybe I can give somebody that's starting out a little advice. So, without further ado, I want to show you what is on my bench and what I've used in this 2-year journey of mine so far. Now, let me slide this over a little bit. What you see here are variations of the things that I have used in the last 2 years, going from the first ones that I've bought to the last ones that I've bought. Now, why is this important for this video? Well, you see videos where, say, the Gundam guys are building Gundams and they swear by these right here. These are Tamiya's side cutters. They're sprue cutters, rather. And they tell you that you absolutely have to have these. Or you talk to some of the Games Workshop people and they tell you that these are the end all and be all in sprue cutters. Or, general guys that just, make models, at least here in the States, they'll tell you that this range right here, are the best. So I want to show you, by cutting, using them right in front of you, show you the differences between all of these. And I'll start here. Now, like most modelers, you'll probably see a variation of this, either on their desk or in their toolbox. This one here, well, we all know what that is. It's a toe cutter. I've talked to some guys that have used these in a pinch. I wouldn't recommend it. They're not made for sprue. So these you don't want anything to do with as far as your sprues. Will they cut in a pinch? Maybe. And I'll show you that. Then you come over to these guys here, which are your toe cutters. Now, I've known guys that have used these. I have used them, and I still do on an occasion when I can't, if I'm out. And like the basement modeler, and I always keep some of these in my toolbox because you never know. You just never know. So they're good for wire cutters too. But I want to show you. I want to start from, we'll go like this here. Now, I see a lot of videos where guys will tell you absolutely have to buy a certain brand. Well, we all know that that's not the case. It's either they're fanboys of one or the other. They have an agenda because they were given them, and this is what they have to push out. Or they generally believe that those are the end all and be all ones. I've run into all kinds. I've run into people that are giving, like say these. They were given these to try, but they're given other things and they will tell you these are the greatest. Or they're given Tamiya's and they tell you they're the greatest, but they use Zurons. That's neither here nor there, not for this application. So, I want to show you what these things will do with just general cutting. And how they're not all, they're different, but they're all the same. This is a toe cutter, so we're not even going to go with that. So we'll leave that right here. But we'll go with these little side cutter type toe cutters. And I'm going to make a cut right here. It's got pressure, and I nipped it. Now, as you could hear that snap, that meant it didn't cut. What it did was split. You could see the cut right there. Right here. Didn't cut anything. What it did was it pinched and then cut. So that's your toe cutter. Or your toenail cutter, I should say. And then we'll go over to these squadrons. Again, I'll come in here, take a bite, add some pressure there. Let me sit this right here so we know. Same thing. There's your pinch. There's your cut. We'll jump down to these. The almighty Tamiyas. Cut right about here. Do you see how quick that was and easy? I'll do it again. Right here. No effort at all. Clean cut. Right through. Clean cut. There. Clean cut. Here. And there. Tamiya. We'll jump up here, down here, to these citadels. Same thing. We'll go right about here and cut. Now, as you see, I haven't moved them. There's your pinch. Right there. And if you can look at that, that's not a cut. That's more of a pinch. Do it again. We'll go right here. We'll use, I don't want to use a tip, but we'll use this. Cut. A little better, but still pinched on both ends. See that? There's your other end of it. These. We'll go to some Zurans. These are the 410s. Same thing. Cut. There's your pinch. Right here at the end. We'll go on to the Zuran Professionals. There's your pinch. Now, come on. See that? Right there. There's your cut. So as you can see, the only one that actually cut cleanly was your Tamiya, as far as sprues are concerned. Okay, I'm not chopping sprues. I'm cutting stuff off of a sprue, to build. All right, fair enough. We're going to work with these right in here. And we'll start with this guy right here. This toe cutter, actually we'll go with this guy right here. The toe cutter. Spin that around. Come up against it. Pressure. It didn't cut it. It actually took it right off. Peeled it right off. But not a bad cut. Still need some cleanup. See that? That nib? Right there. That's your toe cutters. Now we'll go to your squadrons. This guy right here. Got my thumb up underneath it right there. We're going to go right here. Real world cutting. Nip. You could hear it, the pressure when I put down there when it pops. I'll sit that back here. There's your cut. A little closer, but you still have that nib there. But a better cut than these, of course. We'll jump up. We'll do the 2 Zurons next before I come down here. Your cheapo Zurons. Same thing. We'll cut this guy right here. I'll spin it around so I can get up against it. Take the Zurons. Little tip. Took a little, you heard the snap. Took a little force. Set that down. There's your cut. A little cleaner. Not too bad. Still need to go in there and clean it up, but that's okay. We're used to doing stuff like that. That's those. We'll go over to the Zuron 410s. This one right here. I'm sorry, we'll go with this one right here. Get up right up against it. Cut. It's a better cut. Not a lot of force. There's your cut. So these are your 410s right here. And as you see, I'm putting that right back down there. I don't recall if I cut something with this one. Here, let me, just in case. I'm losing my track here. I'll do this. That was a pinch. See that? So we'll sit this right here. All right. Now we're going to go jump down to the Tamiya. Cut that piece right there. Get in there, cut, no effort at all. See that cut? Beautiful cut. Clean, no effort. There was that cut. Next we'll go with Citadels. Oh, I've run out of them. Okay, we'll try these right here. This one right here. I'll turn it around so you guys can see. Actually, I'll go with this one because it's closer to the camera. So we'll get right up against it. Very little effort, and it cuts it. Sit those back down, and you'll be able to see the cut right there. A lot cleaner, real nice. These are still smoother, but you get almost the same cut. Almost. Still prefer this one slightly better. Now we'll use the Zuron, the professional cutters. Where was I? We'll take this guy right here off. This one right here. With the Zurons. Come in. Very little effort. Do you hear that? Very little effort. Move this over here. Look at that end. So, once again, this is the cut when you cut in sprue with your toenail clippers, with these guys right here. And here it is nipped off the sprue. I'm not focused there. There it is nipped off the sprue right there. It's an ugly cut. But you'd expect that from these. This here, nipped off the sprue. That's what you get with these. But again, there's a cut when you're nipping sprue. Not bad. Some would say that's pretty good. Go over to your 410s, or I'm sorry, your cheapo 400s here. that was your cut when you're chopping sprue. That's one end of it. This was your cut when you're cutting it off the sprue. At the very top here. Right here at the top of this. See that? Go to the other the 410s. It was the same thing as all of them. They just, when you're hacking that sprue, that's what you end up with. But when you're doing real world cutting, you know, like cutting parts off of your sprue trees, that's what you got right there. Pretty flush, not bad. Now we'll go with here. Come on, focus. Right here. I've used these exclusively for close to 2 years. Just about. I love them. These are 2 years old. This is the cut when I was chopping sprue, what I got from them. Right here. This end right here. No pinch. This is the cut that I get whenever I nip them off of a sprue. Oop, that way. Come on, focus. There you go. Very little. Beautiful cut. Clean. Your Tamiya. These are from your Citadel. I did it twice to show you, but you still get a pinch on both ends when you're cutting sprue. But in real world cutting, this was the cut from right there. Very little on it. Still some in there. Tamiya's were better than the Citadels, but there it is. Now we'll go here to the last ones here, which were your Xuron Professionals. They didn't fare well when you're just chopping sprue. Look at that. See the pinch? That's hacking away at sprue. Or if you're going to really do a to show people what they really work, instead of sitting there hacking at sprue, I want to cut something off of a tree. There it is. Beautiful, clean cut. Comparable to the Tamiya. If I can get it to focus there. Right there. See it? Comparable to the Tamiya. So, what do you come away with all this? Well, here's the thing. These you ain't gonna use. There's just no way you're gonna use them on sprue. So you forget about that. But you may use these. These you'll find them from anywhere from $5 to $15, and I've seen them a lot more expensive for pros. And I know people that use these exclusively, and they love them. If they don't mind doing a little cleanup on them, these are okay. 5 to, I don't know, they can range way up there. My daughter's a nail tech, so I know that these can go up to about $60, $70. You ain't going to spend that. I'm not going to spend that. But these are probably about $5 to $5 to $10 for this right here. We'll jump up to the Squadron, which are right here. These are $15. We'll move over to the Xurons. Now you can get varieties of these. You know, there's off names or whatever, and they can range anywhere from $3, $4, $5 to $10. These were probably about $7 if I remember correctly, $7 to $10 for these. Then you move over to the 410s. Now the 410 nippers, you're going to spend I don't know what, $14 for them. I think I spent for this. No, I'm sorry. I think I spent. It had to be about $10, so it's anywhere between $9 and $12 for these. Not a bad price. Pretty good. You saw what they cut like, right here. Then you go over here to another Xuron product. All three of these are made in the USA. This is their professional cut. You saw the cut I got on them. All of these so far have, with the exception of the Tamiya, when you're chopping sprue, have left beveled edges. These are about $18 on Amazon. $18.99, I believe it is, on Amazon. $18. If you got a Prime, they're free shipping. If you don't have Prime, you got to pay for the shipping. $18. Great sprue cutter. You can come down to here, to the Tamiya, right here. Beautiful sprue cutters. You saw what they did. $30 for these. Or you can come over here to the Citadel. Beautifully made. They look great. Sexy little, whatever, sprue cutters. Beautiful. They look like, give you that knife look, that multi-tool look. $30. I believe these are made in China. So you have a range. Now, God Hand, there's another one that look like Tamiya's. They're about the same size, except in here they're different. They have a little piece that sticks out on the side here. I don't know. They're $90, man, for a sprue cutter like this here. And I've seen them go all the way up to $300 for sprue cutters. These Japanese sprue cutters. Tamiya's, again, $30. God Hands, I believe, are $90. And then you can go up higher than that. So here we go. You have $5 to $10 here. $15. $10. I think these are $15. $18. 30 and 30. So what's good for you? Well, the Games Workshop guys would swear by these. They tell you that the universe comes in, it rises and shines on these sprue cutters here. That's not true. They're good, but they're not that good. You'd have the Gundam guys tell you that these cutters right here are the end all and be all of all cutters. They're good, but that's not true either. I know people that swear by these. Not so much these, but I know people that use them. And now you see people swearing by these Zurons, especially this one here, the professional ones. So which one's good for you? I'll tell you what, don't drink the Kool-Aid. If you want to save some money, guys, and you want a darn good sprue cutter, this one right here, the professional. You get the same quality cut as you would with these. They don't look as good, but you get the same, if not better, cut with these Zurons than you do with these Games Workshop, and you get almost the same cut. It's not noticeable in real world modeling as you would with these. So these are 18, these are 30. What would you buy? Well, if you want a good sprue cutter, you buy this. Would I ever buy another pair of these? Of course. I'm not going to say I'd never buy another pair of Tamiyas. But these are good. They've lasted me 2 years and they're still pretty sharp. But I got large hands. That's how they fit in my hand. Versus the Zurons. You get more of a bite on them. They're made well. These are made, I believe, in Japan. These are all made in the USA. So at the end of the day, guys, it's what you feel comfortable with. Not what Joe Blow's telling you because someone gave them to him and he wants to point them out to you and say they're the greatest thing since sliced bread. No. Same thing here. These were given to me to do a review on them. And I'll tell you what, my honest review on them is they're good, but I wouldn't pay $30 for them. I'd pay $15 for them, but not $30. Tamiya's, $30. Are they worth $30? No. I don't think so. I'd pay the same for these as I would for these. So at the end of the day, it's what you're willing to spend. If all you've got is $20 to spend on a good pair of sprue cutters, I would get these here. The Zuron professional cutters. The professional ones, not these. the pro ones. These are good sprue cutters. And if you feel like spending the $30, then hey, by all means. I wouldn't buy these though. I would buy these. So that's what I think of these sprue cutters, guys. The choice is always yours. Again, I won't tell you which ones are the greatest. I'll tell you the ones that I use are here and here. These are my standbys. I use them all the time. I've used them for quite a few times. I use these too, don't get me wrong. I use all three of these. I just bought these a couple of weeks ago and I've been using them. And I really like them. I really, really like them. I'm getting used to them, you know. But I'm used to these. But I'm starting to get used to these. So at the end of the day, guys, the choice is up to you. Don't listen to what somebody out there is telling you. I've given you choices to use. I'm telling you, you can spend 15, 10, 15, 18, 30, 30, or go all the way up to the God hands and spend $90, $100, $200. But if I had my say on which ones I would get, it would be these two right here. Your Tamiyas and your Zuron Professionals. I hope your weekend was great. You guys have a good one. I should have a update on my Banshee sometime in the middle of the week. Didn't get much done this weekend. But she should be done ready for paint this weekend. So you guys have a good one. Be good to your families. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your children. You know, brothers, you know, sisters. Don't go to bed angry, man. Life's too short to sweat the rough stuff. Happy modeling, and I wish you all well and peace. It's Red Dragon saying, later.